All right, so we got Matthew Golden. Said, hey, if I'm on notification broken. Sorry to hear that, man. 58 receptions, 987 yards, 9 touchdowns, 4.2940. He has risen to the second receiver. Second, according to Draft Buzz. Oh, so they updated this. Oh, wow. They updated this. This was not, this did not look like this that long ago. That's interesting. So he listed as a second ranked wide receiver according to Draft Buzz. From Houston, shout out to him. 5'11", 191. Getting 4.29. I can't say nothing about that. I wanna see the tape. It was up to me. Who would I take between Cam and Shador? I'm gonna take Shador, but I mean, again, it's just, I think it's about the organization and who they like more. That's how I felt about who was that? Who's the quarterback that was in CJ Stroud class? CJ Stroud and Bryce Young. Talent wise, at that point in time, like my preference was CJ Stroud because he was taller. I prefer a taller quarterback. But it's like there was no gap, no huge gap between them two coming out of college, in my opinion. It was not a huge gap. And that's how I feel about Cam and Shador. It's not a huge gap between the two right now. But I do like Shador a bit more as a passer. I think Cam has a high ceiling because he can he's mobile, but as far as Shador improvs a lot too. So it's just I wouldn't mind seeing Shador with a good O-line because we haven't seen that yet. Both years at Colorado, his O-line was bad. So if he can get to the league and get a good O-line, then we might see a Shador that we haven't even seen. And it's not like he was bad either year. He was his stats were good both years he played with Colorado. So yeah, Bryce. All right, let's go get the Matthew Golden. Shout out to Prince Highlights for the highlight vid. I seen this. Watching him throughout the playoffs, I did not know he was that fast, but that man was making some tough contested catches.
Stay alive. Can they hook him? Touchdown.
Right, Manny with time. Lets it fly again. Why not? Matthew Golden.
Good catch, man. He's beating these DBs.
For Texas trying to bounce back. Goes to the end zone. It is a one-handed grab and a Texas touchdown.
Oh, he played at U of H? Oh, wow.
Ewers on the move. Clips it downfield.
Good catch. Making plays when it matters most.
Ewers on 2nd and 10 to the end zone.
Look at that. I ain't gonna lie. Quinn is making him have to slow down for a decent amount of these balls. It's very much a testament to him where he's creating separation very well. But yeah, Quinn got to get him. He got to get him in stride.
Looking to throw and flips it downfield.
Oh, good catch. Probably didn't want to have to transfer.
A downfield shot. Loves it to go.
That was a good pass. That was a good pass.
Ewers to pass. And right
good move.
Stride, they get going with Golden. Look at this explosion.
Some of the matchups in the playoffs were serious, man. That was a good game. Arizona State and good catch, man. Great catch.
60 on that. Now a downfield shot. And
nice.
In the second overtime. Sprint right for Ewers. Looking for an option to the end zone.
Good catch.
And they get it with Golden. 2nd and 10. Ewers wide open and all too easy. Matthew Golden.
He gonna be a problem.
2nd and 9. Looks left and then goes deep. Wide open and into the end zone.
Because he's not just fast. Like, he looks pretty polished. Like, he's smooth.
A gap
looks
pressure.
smooth.
They pick it up. 3rd and 10 for Texas. And Golden.
That was nice. He got 2 in right there. Like, he doesn't look like he runs a 4.2. He looks fast. He don't look like he runs a 4.2. And that's not a bad thing. It's just he just looks smooth. It looks like everything is just like all at one speed.
And firing into space. Matthew Golden, the Houston transfer.
He get drafted.
To Wisner, Ewers across the middle, and the catch is made by Matthew Golden.
He got a good college resume. If he's not drafted to be a starter, nice. Somebody's gonna be like, oh, this is good backup.
Let go of it.
That's a good pick for a backup. That happens.
Catch made. It's
Oh my.
Golden down inside the field.
Out of the backfield, they go empty. Manning throws a dart complete. By Golden.
Made 4 people miss on that play.
From the pocket, flips it across the middle, and going back to make the catch is Matthew Golden, who's suddenly become.
First down, Ewers again going to Golden. Golden breaks free. Golden's in.
Quinn would have got a great NIL bag for the year.
So far as Ewers has plenty of time, fires across the
I
middle.
think he might have been just thinking about what everybody else. Oh my gosh, he might have been thinking about what everybody else would think about him if he transfers,
On the move,
stays in college, and he got pushed out of Texas. I could be wrong, but
Ewers for the end zone, and it is caught.
I feel like this. If you had another year of eligibility and you haven't solidified yourself as a number 1 or number 2 quarterback in the draft, then yeah, why not go back? Yeah, he's nice. He's nice. Of the receivers that I've watched so far, like some of the best ones, him, Luther Burden, Emeka Ibuka, they're in a nice. It's clear that these guys are like the top guys in this draft class. Again, of the guys that I watched so far, but he's nice. And like I said, it doesn't look like he runs a 4.2. Everything just looks like it's at one pace, one speed, And when he is moving fast, it looks gradual, it looks smooth. But yeah, move on to the next.